Now I'm going to say once you've gotten into the Shared With Me project, you're going to hit the center button that's going to ask you, do you want to create an edit? So you create a new edit. Getting started with an edit, you'll have to pick whether you want it horizontal or square. All of our projects are horizontal. If you end up doing something for something else and you want to use square, you can, but all of ours are horizontal, and we will always start with a blank template. Once again, there are templates here. You're welcome to use them, just not for projects for this class unless we specifically talk about it in advance. Then you're going to hit create, and that's going to give you a blank edit. Now, it always defaults to their stock footage, and this is actually a really good tool. You are free to use it. It is searchable. They have stock footage here that are video clips as well as still pictures of all kinds of different topics. Right now, National Park is up on mine. You could just as easily type in city, and you'll get pictures that maybe you can use for backgrounds or for transition photos and things like that for your projects. You are free to use these. These are cleared with copyrights because they come with our particular subscription to WeVideo. Now, to find footage that you have uploaded or that your partners have uploaded, or if you want to upload footage from your camera or from your Google Drive, you're going to go over here to the little file folder over here and click on that. And it will show you what's already uploaded. I have quite a bit because I've been doing things, but you can also just start uploading. You can go to this import media. It's the green cloud with the arrow on it. And there's two options. You can browse to select, of which case you'll be getting images or video clips directly off of your computer or directly off of a camera. Most of the time, I'm going to encourage you to put them in your Google Drive first. There's some strange technical reasons it has to do with dumping things in mass quantity as opposed to one clip at a time that we encourage that. So we usually try to put it in a folder in our Google Drive and then move it, but it technically isn't necessary. So you go to your Google Drive and it will ask you to access your Google Drive. If you haven't already done it for this program, it will ask that. And then you'll go to all the folders and things within your Google Drive that are things that are uploadable to WeVideo. Occasionally, there is a glitch in the system at this point, and the screen that you're currently looking at turns white. If it stays white for more than about 15 seconds, you need to close out a WeVideo and reopen it. It's a glitch in the system that happens fairly frequently, and the only way to get out of it is just kind of restart the program a few times and it'll finally clear itself. At least that's the only thing I've found so far. So then you're going to click on the file folder that you have the images you want to import in. And if you haven't learned it yet, one of the really neat things about anytime you're selecting files, if you click the first one in a series and then go to the last one in the series, hold down the shift key before you click and click the last one in the series, it does everything in between. So once you've selected your images at this point, you hit select and it will begin uploading those images to your file folder. If you make a mistake and import something that you really didn't need, it's easy to get rid of later. We have enough storage that for most part, it's probably not a problem. It just may be hard to deal with in terms of finding your clips. But if you did upload a clip that you decide later that you don't want, all you have to do is two-finger click inside one of the clips, and you can just delete it. So if there is a reason why you don't want something, I'm not going to do this because it may actually be involved in an edit that I don't remember. So that's how you would get rid of a clip. If you have the clips like what we have right now, you can also click a clip or two and hold down the key, and you can do what's called share to project. Now, one thing you should know, if I am working with Susie and I upload the footage onto my account, just like I showed you to do, even if I do it inside with the project open that the two of us are supposed to work on, it does not automatically share that media with Susie. You have to go through this next step where it says share to project. Then, once that is done, any media that is specific to a project that you're working on will show up in something called project media. So there would be video clips or still pictures over here. So if I am working and I'm working in a project with Susie, I've shared my media with Susie within WeVideo. When Susie opens the edit, she would go to the project media to find the footage. All right, so we've done that. We've imported footage. Now what we're going to need to do is start building a video on our timeline. It is not a video until things are down here on the timeline. So you would click on a clip up here and drag it to your timeline. And I'm going to just drag a few things down here now to get us started so that we have something here. These are just video clips that were shot by one of my classes learning how to film. And you notice that I didn't even put them initially up against each other. It doesn't automatically snap them together, so you will have to actually push them together yourself. You can, at this point, I can edit these pieces of video by moving them around to different places. I can click on a piece of video and shorten it by scrolling it back. I can also take a piece of video and I can put this blue playhead where I want it to stop and hit the scissors. And then I can either delete or move this other piece somewhere else. So those are some of the really simple functions. If I want to keep two pieces together and start moving, I can draw a box like I just did around a couple of pieces and then move them together. That comes in very handy if you're dealing with audio clips as well. Now, notice there are 3 track lines here, and I've so far have built everything in video 1. The reason I do that is that oftentimes I'll want to put a title slide or what we call a cutaway on the top line. So if I scroll back up to the top, okay, scroll back up to the top. There's the A. Under the A up here is text, and there are various different templates that you can use to put text on your screen. Now, notice they are arranged with certain ones that are similar. Here's a main text with those lights in the middle. Here's another one where it's down. It's called marquee lower third. Lower third is a specific use, and it is used primarily to identify who the person in the video is. So, for example, on this one, it comes up at the bottom, and normally I would put the name of the person that's being interviewed or something there. That's its primary purpose. The main text obviously is for a title, but also notice that the video actually continues to play behind it. It is possible to have these things not over a video. I could leave them over black and that will work. Or I can go up here. There's also, where are those background? I can take one of the pictures from over here where they've got the still pictures and other different media clips. Backgrounds. Yeah, they also have different backgrounds that you could put behind that. So I could actually use those as a video clip to go over top of something as well. Once I have whatever it is I'm going to, my background and the video, the title, to actually write on the title, I'm going to double click on the title that I've just put on this top line. And that's going to bring me to this edit page. I can click on here